started getting a love for history when he first heard Miss Miller mention we were going to start talking about the Civil War in 4th grade. He was always a pretty curious kid. Growing up, he had a huge obsession with Star Wars, but as he got older, that slowly changed. He realized his true love was learning and talking about history. In Seth's opinion, the best person to discuss history with was his grandpa. He learned a lot from him and constantly spent as much time as he could with him. His grandpa served in the National Guard and was lucky enough he didn't have to go to Vietnam. He loves chatting with him because there are so many cool stories that he gets to hear firsthand and can later pass down to his children. His grandpa taught him to follow his dreams and do what he is destined to do. Seth vividly remembers one specific memory with his grandpa. His grandpa asked him if he wanted to go to the shooting range. Of course, Seth agreed, and they headed to the Middletown Sportsman Club. He specifically remembers being a little nervous before shooting the gun, but his grandpa told him shooting isn't dangerous unless you are in front of the gun. He remembers waiting for others to shoot so he wouldn't get scared. Seth held his breath for just a moment so he could focus on hitting the target. The cold made it 10 times harder to pay attention and shoot the shot. Once he shot, he calmed down a little and was able to catch his breath. The thrill and adrenaline rush that came from shooting was so amazing. From that day forward, his love for history and war grew. Seth has always dreamed of growing up and either being in the Army or Air Force. He says, I feel like I have the duty to be in the military and serve for my country because many of my family members did the same. I would love to be an airman or work in the Space Force and start a new page of history. He always loved being a human dictionary and knowing every little detail about history, his grandpa told him. It's really cool to have friends that enjoy history just as much as I do because we will always have something to talk about. In the end, this is what he always knew he was destined to do.